what would happen if you actually decided to start posting on YouTube? I'm going to show you what could happen. Hi, my name's Erica. I make pottery, and today is my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. That's right, 365 days ago, I posted my first ever YouTube video. I had no idea what I was doing, very little equipment, and no idea if anybody but my family was gonna tune in. But somehow, video after video and short after short, I'm still here a year later, and I am so proud. So today, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes and show you what it's like to start a YouTube channel from scratch. Whether you've been here from the very beginning or you're brand new, get ready and let's talk about my first year on YouTube. Let's go back to the start. I've been making content about pottery for a couple years now, mostly on Instagram, but also on TikTok. So a little over a year ago, my dad, he encouraged me to take my short form videos and turn them into a longer form video on YouTube. I played around with the idea a little bit and started filming longer content. I knew right away that I wanted my content to capture the entire process of pottery, from coming up with an idea to making it, trimming it, firing it, glazing it, firing it again, and then having a final product. I wanted everything to be in one video. It's so satisfying to see the beginning to the end all in one spot. It takes a little bit of time for that to happen, so over the course of a month, I started filming my first project, and then before I knew it, on May 1st, 2024, I posted my first YouTube video, and it was how to make a cake stand. So after that first initial video, I started posting every single week. I kept it up for about 6 months, and then throughout this year, I've been posting every other week. So let's talk about my first year on YouTube in numbers. Over the course of 365 days, I posted 35 long form videos, 146 shorts. As of right now, this very second, I have 2,993 subscribers. I have 592,000 views over the course of a year. Something interesting about view count is that of those 592,000 views, 556,000 of them were from shorts alone. We're gonna talk about that later. Okay, and then my total watch time in hours, 7,796 hours. I look at all of those numbers and I'm like, I am so proud of myself, and I'm so impressed with how I've been able to create 35 long form videos. It's so much work and I'm just so proud of it. And I honestly look back on these videos all the time and I love that they exist. Now let's swipe those away. So my most viewed video actually looked a lot like this video that we're filming right now. And it was the video where I talked about how I quit my job and was a full-time potter for a full year. I was very vulnerable and I talked about my actual income. I think as of recording this, that video has 15.8 thousand views, which is really cool. Another fun stat about that is I've gotten over 600 subscribers from that video alone. So it pays to be vulnerable. There's a pretty big difference between my first video that I ever posted and my most recent video, at least I hope. A lot of that has to do with some equipment upgrades. A disclaimer first, I film all of my videos with my iPhone 15 Pro Max. I started filming my videos last year with this phone, and I am still filming my videos this year with my phone. I firmly believe that equipment should not be a barrier to start creating. Most people have phones. You can make anything you want with that phone. That phone right there, that is filming this, or that you're watching this on. That phone can enable you to create whatever you want. The lack of equipment, the lack of software, do not let that impede you from starting something. So like I said, I started this year with an iPhone. I also had a tripod. I'm ending the year with a couple new things. First one I'm going to talk about is right here, and it's my microphone. For my birthday last year, my parents gave me this microphone right here. It's the DJI Mic 2. I'll link it in the description below. I absolutely love this microphone. I feel like it has made the biggest difference in my content. It really just sounds so much more crisp when it's coming from a microphone. So the next upgrade for me is in editing. I started editing all of my videos on my iPhone using the app InShot. I love InShot. I think InShot is an amazing app. It's great for someone who's just starting out. Like I said, I edited all of my videos just on my phone, and I did that for a couple months, but I remember the first video that I made that was over 10 minutes long, I was trying to export it and my phone was just crashing. It couldn't handle it. And I ended up finding on Reddit that InShot really can't export videos that are over 10 minutes. So I started to look into other software. I did a lot of research and I ended up investing in a subscription with CapCut. I knew that CapCut was going to be able to handle these longer videos. And also a big thing was I was no longer editing on my iPhone, but I was now editing on an iPad. So those two upgrades, going from InShot to CapCut, my iPhone to my iPad, it made editing a lot easier for me and it helped me to get videos out that were just longer. All right, the next upgrade that I want to talk about is copyright-free music. A huge part of watching videos on YouTube is having a soundtrack. At the end of last summer, I decided to subscribe to Epidemic Sound and I have absolutely loved using their music. They have so many amazing options for music. What you're hearing right now is actually from them. I feel so cringy even saying this, but this is not sponsored. Maybe one day. So next, we're gonna talk about what I learned. And I've learned a lot this year. First, we're gonna talk about what worked this year. The number one thing that I recommend to people who are starting YouTube channels is do not underestimate the power of shorts. Shorts are how you grow on YouTube in the year 2025. So it is the best discovery tool on YouTube. The algorithm on YouTube Shorts is one that is so friendly to new people creating content. So we're gonna pop that up there in our list of things that work, Shorts. The next thing we're gonna talk about that worked is voiceover. When someone adds voiceover to a video, they are sitting there with their little microphone, maybe even a script, and they're recording something after the fact, usually in the editing process. It's something that takes a little bit of extra time, but I have noticed a difference in the videos that have voiceover and the videos that don't have voiceover. The ones with voiceover always do better. It's like you're guiding the viewer through your story in times where you're not talking to the camera. Voiceover works. So the next thing, we're gonna go back in time to my days back in advertising. If you didn't know, I used to work in advertising before I became a full-time potter, before I then stopped being a full-time potter and started working in marketing. In my advertising days, I learned something really important called the 3-second rule. If you don't hook someone in the first 3 seconds of your video, you will lose them. So in that first 3 seconds, you really have to do something that is going to intrigue them, make them want to continue watching before they scroll away. Now, I'm going to edit this rule a little bit, and this is based off of no research, just my personal experience. I think for shorts and reels and TikToks, it is 3 seconds. I think for longer form content, it's 10 seconds. If someone has made the choice to click on your YouTube video, they give you a tiny bit more time than 3 seconds. I've tried a lot of different things to get that hook. Sometimes I'll just do like a really quick rapid fire recap of what they're gonna see in the video. I'll have some interesting voiceover. I'll have a really intriguing visual, just something that tells them that what they're about to see is interesting and worth their time. A hook within the first 3 or 10 seconds. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is something that people really, really value on YouTube, and that is honesty and transparency. Transparently sharing my experiences on YouTube is something that has brought me the most views and the most subscribers. I think it's just because people really appreciate being able to take a peek into your world and see what life is actually like. I know myself that I have benefited from other people being honest and transparent on the internet. I just want to keep spreading that and keep sharing my experience with other people so that it can hopefully help them or inspire them. Have to conquer that cringe, the cringe of, am I really gonna share my salary as a full-time artist on the internet? You gotta conquer it because like who cares at the end of the day? Conquer the cringe, it is worth it, and it is what connects us to the rest of the world. Okay, so the last thing that worked for me this year is ChatGPT. AI is your friend. I think especially when you're working on things like YouTube titles, YouTube descriptions, hashtags, thumbnail copy, all things like that, you have to trust the power of the collective internet to help you. Trust me. It has helped my content so much. I have seen such a jump in views and engagement when I enlist the help of ChatGPT. Okay, so we're gonna have a quick moment to talk about things that don't work. So let's push that list away. I just have 2 things for what doesn't work, because we're trying to keep it positive here. The first one I would say is that trying to promote your YouTube content on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, it's not gonna work that well. The algorithm does not want to take people away from Instagram. It wants to keep them there. It does not want to send them to YouTube. And the last thing I'm gonna say that doesn't work is engaging with the haters. This is the internet. It is not always the most friendly place in the world. There will be negative commentary out there. I'm a pretty positive and optimistic person, but when someone comes and comments something that is rude, ignorant, anything like that, my natural inclination is to fight back or prove them wrong. I have done that many times and I have regretted it every single time. It is very easy to delete comments on YouTube. You just slide that right off, delete it, you can block them. They can no longer have access to your content. It's very easy. All right, so where are we going next? Let's talk about our goals for year 2. Over the past year, I've tried many angles of many different kinds of content on YouTube. Tutorials, vlogs. This is what I did in 1 week as a potter. And I'm finding that the cross-section of what I love making and what people like watching is kind of a cross between the two. So my goal this year is just to have this mission statement. I want to tell stories about clay. I want to show how I make things, but I also want to show why I'm making things. I want to show how I use them. I just want to tell stories. I think that that's something that I've loved to do my whole life. To be able to combine storytelling with pottery it's the perfect little mixture, and it's exactly what I want to do. And now we're going to talk about the goals, because your girl is goal-minded and I have some big goals for this year. Goal number 1 is to get monetized. I'm really, 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 really close to being able to monetize. It's been so close, I can taste it. It's gonna be like, maybe like 2 or 3 more long form videos that do well, and I'm gonna be there.
Good morning. So it's May 12th. Like everyone, I check my phone every morning when I wake up. And I checked YouTube, and guess who officially is able to monetize as of today? It's me. Yep, I did it. I officially got 3,000 public watch hours in 365 days, and I am able to apply to be a YouTube partner. So, you know what? 12 days later, I made it, and I'm so happy. It says that the process of approval takes about a month, so probably won't happen by the time I post this video, but I had to come on here and just give you a little update that I officially made it, and monetization is happening.
My next goal is that I want to stay consistent with making at least 2 long-form videos a month. I mentioned this, but in my first year of creating on YouTube, I was posting a video every single week. I have a job now and I don't have time to do that, so I'm just focusing on making 2 videos a month, and I think it's been a pretty good cadence for me. I've been able to work on bigger projects that take longer amounts of time. My next goal is I really, really want to land a sponsorship this year. For me, I think sponsored content, there is a place for it on YouTube. Obviously, it's how a lot of these content creators get paid. That's not really my goal right now with YouTube, but I do think that being able to partner with brands that I feel passionate about is something that's really important to me. There are so many brands out there that I think are amazing and that I would love to partner with. I'm just going to speak into existence my dream list of partnerships. Manifesting. Number 1, Nuuly. I love Nuuly more than anything. This is Nuuly. Most every outfit that you see in my pottery videos are Nuuly because I love it. Because they have so many cute clothes, and I have this niche aesthetic of black and white and flowers, and there are so many clothes that are black and white with flowers that I cannot afford, but that I can rent for a month on Nuuly. The second one is BetterHelp. I have been doing therapy with BetterHelp for 6 months now, and it has totally changed my life. And the only reason I know about BetterHelp is because of YouTube, and because so many of my favorite YouTubers have been sponsored by BetterHelp for many years. I don't really know what I would have done without BetterHelp, and it is a life goal of mine to be sponsored by them. So Nuuly and BetterHelp, you are my dream brand collaborations. And my last goal for year 2 is the biggest one, and it is to grow my subscribers to 10,000. That's a lot. I'm not even to 3,000 yet. I think I can do it. I feel really good about it. I feel like I can absolutely make it. I'm loving making content. I just want to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to keep finding new friends on the internet. And soon there will be 10,000 of you. You know, posting on YouTube has been something so unexpected in my journey as an artist, but it has been so fulfilling. I'm just excited to keep learning and keep creating and keep growing 1 video at a time, and I'm so excited that you're here too. So if you've been here from the start, mom, dad, Kim, Jill. Thank you so much for watching. If you're just recently here, hello and welcome. I hope you subscribe and like and comment. I would love to have you along for the journey. My next video is going to be so cool. I'm making something big and exciting, something I've been thinking about for a really long time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.